Good morning, America. This is Dr. Chari, and today the associated newsletter related to this YouTube video is titled SOS California Yellowstone Earthquakes Exodus Predictions. You have been warned again. I guess it's a follow-up of what I did earlier with a similar title that did, by the way, attract quite a lot of attention. Now, before we do anything, I'd like to point out a super deal involving my upcoming UFO conference at sea next October. So the deal that I have is for 5 lucky sailors. Now, those lucky people who will join me and all those great UFO speakers out there will save $700. That's quite a lot of money. Nothing to do with the cruise per se, but I am sure you understand that as a rule, word of mouth has and will always be my best form of advertisement. Okay, and from experience, the very people who have or will deal with Draco phenomenal channeling in my cabin there and then will gladly speak about our meeting. Some people, like to talk, and there's nothing else to do than to have fun, to listen to all these UFO speakers and to deal with Dr. Chari and just socialize, meet a lot of incredible people. So basically what I'm doing here is the 5 lucky people who will join me, okay, will get a $700 VIP personal taped Skype reading. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you here is I am going to be so busy on this ship, okay? Not only because of my slideshow presentation and the workshop, the healing, the readings that I'm going to do out there. So now I am home. I'm stuck. I am healing from my hip and back surgery. So over a month now that I had the surgery, so I feel much better. At least don't have to take. I'm taking a painkiller only when I have to. Like if I stay too long on that chair or have to move some places, I have to have the help of painkiller. Even though that I don't like it, I still have to follow my doctor's recommendation. So I have all the time in the world to take care of you. And as always, I have much more answers than you have questions, and you're not allowed to talk. You can talk as long as you want once we have done with the channeling, either to confirm your reading or push you even further during the astral tarot. That's a different situation. I'm not saying to you, you're not going to talk to me at all. No, there is an exchange going on, but first you have to let me channel Draco. That's the most important thing, because everything has got to be recorded. And if I sign you 2 or 3 years ahead of you, or if I enunciate and educate you on some very specific laws that apply to you directly and personally, then you have to pay attention. It's all going to be recorded, so you'll be fine. All right, so that's the deal. Okay, that normally costs $700. You get it for free if you join, and you should, because it's going to be quite of an interesting event. All right, so now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go back to the old newsletter that I wrote, or the latest one that I wrote. It's called SOS to the Christians World. Miley Cyrus show off her abs in skimpy black bikini. The reason why I want to go back there is because I have already set up a bunch of news that just transpired, okay, even today's news. And I want you to understand and perceive the news in a very different way than just hear it on TV or read it on a newspaper. So I kind of compiled all those news, and I'm going to, again, translate them the best way I can, okay? And that is to, again, make you aware how I operate, knowing that I use Nostradamus' 16th century divine astrology. And the great prophet 500 years ago didn't use a watch or a computer. His methodology is very ancient, and that's why all my UFOs experience led me to rekindle the great prophet methodology. So again, to those who just jumped in, who didn't watch any other video or read any of my Cosmic Code newsletters, understand that I do not practice modern astrology. Modern astrology finish and start on your horoscope newspaper, and is being promoted on the many websites. On Google, is promoted on Facebook by those young soul kids, maybe 30, 40 years old, young writers who don't have any cosmic consciousness. So understand that Facebook is mostly interested by making money, by attracting you, by luring you with astrology, so that you can read the advertisement and spend money for those who promote Facebook, who use Facebook for the advertisement. There is no true values in those forecasts. So, like I always said, it's in the old pot that you're going to make the best soup. And I'm an old guy, okay? All right, so we understand that the quatrains and the obvious keywords will always give you a color of the news. And the keywords are so damn obvious that it's impossible for you not to connect with my vision. So you got quite a lot of help. Now, I gave very specific dates on the current newsletter for the future, okay? Because I want to give you the proof that Draco is real, that the proof that your scientific community or the expert have absolutely no clue to when or where a earthquake, tornado, or volcano, or any natural disaster will be hitting you, okay? Again, as I said yesterday in my little video, by the time that little needle moves, it's too late. Everything is crashing on your head. And you die. If you're lucky, and then you don't have a negative personal cosmic biorhythm added to this SOS negative window to the world, daily window, you know, chances are you won't die, okay? So it's important to have those dates so you know at least where it's time for you to do things and not doing things. You have to respect the laws of man, okay, and the laws of light. And because you have never been taught the laws of the divine, this does not give you any excuse. You're going to pay the penalty and you might lose your life. And that's why I'm all about it. Remember, it is because of all those UFOs experiences since I'm a child, and because me rekindling Nostradamus' divine astrology methodology that I'm able to do that. And that makes me a little bit different than other UFO speakers who never seen a UFOs. Forget about talking to Draco, the extraterrestrial, which I'm channeling right now. All right, so let's see. Let's start with those news. And the keywords of some of those news are very obvious, and we mentioned them as we go through those news. So FTC reportedly approves a $5 billion settlement with Facebook. It's all about privacy. That's perfect. You can see that the Draconis definitely came in and helping us here, so that a lot of those suckers, even if they have a lot of money, cannot use Facebook to get all your private information. So you're talking about the keyword that I use is super wealth, and of course a wake-up call for the FTC. There you go. This specific SOS to the world plutonic window, which is the best the open road, the red carpet for the reptilians, the one that's going to be the most obvious of them all, always mention Russia. And what do we have with Russia on the news currently? Russia delivered a missile system to Turkey, setting up standoff with US. The word Russia is fully mentioned. They decide to do this within those negative windows, not having any clue that everything is already written in light. And those guys are so rational, so practical, so scientifically oriented, so educated. They all have lost God, cosmic divinity, and how he speaks to us through the signs, something that I translate for you every 2 or 3 days on my YouTube videos. What else about Russia? Radiation leak 100,000 times normal level from sunken Russian nuclear sub. Again, the word Russia and secret to light is pretty obvious. But nothing like what's going on in a Marshall Island where I was. Man, I just can't believe how the corporate America can be so heartless. They don't care. There is a dome out there. A dome with, I don't know how many tons of plutonium and pollutants, nuclear waste. And then, you know, those atolls are very porous, and the concrete, after so many years, okay, it's cracking. And then with the tide, or most of all with the atoll going under the ocean slowly year after years, now those nuclear waste are going already in the oceans. Now that is very, very serious. And then you're going to say, well, we should go there and fix it. Oh, no, the government is not going to do anything. You know why? Because there's nothing they can do. You know, do you think they're going to go over there, put a bunch of experts in white suit and go and destroy the concrete and then remove all that stuff? No, that's the work of the reptilians. There's no way. And it's really, really, really alarming. Really alarming. That's why I hope the Draconians are going to interfere in time. Well, that's my firm belief, because they're going to let this world go into West, or, you know, and it all up to the reptilians for their specific agenda. Not only this, but the guys that I work with, the locals, the Marshallese people, they're so nice, they're so innocent. And then it's amazing. It's amazing. They're being paid $5 an hour when I used to get paid over $35 an hour. Where's the justice there? And those guys were operating machinery, crane, loaders, all sorts of stuff that I was paid to drive. And I used to say, why do you do that? You're getting only $5. Well, it's good education for them in case they relocate to the United States and look for a job as a heavy equipment operator. But those people are so nice. You know, they open their arm to you. They're so innocent. Imagine 50 years ago, so 60 years ago, whenever they did, the government, the reptilians infected scientists did so much damage by blowing up so many nukes out there. Imagine how vulnerable, innocent, and trusting all these people were, and look at the results. You know, they don't have enough land to cultivate much. It's all in the ocean. The oceans are poisoned, and then that's why there's so many people out there that are suffering. Not to forget, of course, the experiment that they are doing with the ultrasound that is destroying the whales and all the marine life. Oh my gosh, all this stimulated by the reptilians. So in the newsletter that I strongly again recommend you to go and look and read later on, and click on that video, and then, I don't know, you know, if you're a true human being, you're going to have tears in your eyes to see what the corporate America has done to these people, what the government has done to these people. And then it's just terrible. It's just terrible. Anyway, just go and watch it. You know, it's time for wake-up calls, though. So there you go. Russia made the news big time today twice. And I just throw in what's really happening. If you worry about the sub, I wouldn't worry that much about that sub compared to what's going on in the Marshall Islands. All right. Now, what else do we have? Tropical storm Barry near hurricane strength. Again, nature, man's religion, bloody folly, rain. Again, you can see that. This formation of this hurricane is taking place again during this window. And you're going to have the link, okay, of what I predicted on George Norrie Coast to Coast. I predicted Katrina. And then you can go and click on the link. I gave the exact date. And you're going to see when I gave the date on national radio. Thanks to Draco. That during those days, he was not with me, but somewhere, somehow, I was getting this information through my cosmic wisdom using the stars. All right, what else about New Orleans? Barry, triple threat, problems New Orleans has never seen before. Flooding hits New Orleans. It's all during my windows of, I think it was July the 10th. And you know what? There is a lot of skeptical people out there who don't believe anything that I said. That's why I gave you also the link of all the last radio shows that I did. All you got to do is just listen. On Order with Science, listen, make notes, say, oh, well, it did it. And it's not, I'm not expecting you to say, hey, Dr. Chari, you're the best. It's nothing to do with that. It's just me being concerned, trying to help humanity the best way I can with my own gift, or curse for that matter. What else do we have? Oh yeah, I watched the news about what CNN says. There is something unusual happening in the center of the spiral galaxy, NGC 3147, and the Hubble Space Telescope caught a good look at it. Well, I tell you what, to me that was an omen. And it's because I saw this that I decided to give you the entire SOS to the world window that are very, very prone to actually create such devastating earthquakes with the possibility of tsunami in the future. So I gave you those dates, okay? It's in there for you. And because I saw that, I said, wow. And I'd like to remind you while I am at it that in my radio and TV shows, I always mention that the reptilians do travel in time and space through different vibrational systems using black hole, okay? And they operate from black matter because the scientists still do not know what black matter is all about. And I give you the link so you can click on it, and then you can watch the TV show that I did where you can hear me saying this. So what you're looking at here is nothing else than a huge reptilian mothership, or hopefully a draconis ship that decide to come here and help the human race before we self-destruct and finally get rid of the reptilians. Because regardless of all my efforts, I still don't have the national stage I need to make a significant impact by teaching you that the future is the reincarnation of the thought, by making you aware that you have to fight the reptilians with the same weaponry, and that is your thought, positive thinking, happiness, love, joy, trust in the future, and let the Draconis stimulate the mind of our best scientists to combat earth change, to combat those nasty entities. You got to use the same energy. The reptilians can only survive. You heard me a million times. It might sound redundant, but that's important for me to say it again for those who just jumped in, okay? The reptilians can only survive with your fears, negativity, insecurity, chaos, fight, supreme emotion coming from the moon, which is not a UFO base and is not hollow. The moon was set by the Draconis to stimulate the human emotional response to life. That's why in time of a full moon, people go crazy. Emergency system get out of order. The lunatic, moody, and crabby comes into play. So there is much more involving the moon than to let very rich, greedy, non-cosmic conscious billionaire use this satellite to make more money. Is much more behind the soul of the cosmos and the spiritual values emanating from all those planets, not just the moon, every one of these planets. But again, you need to have an advanced UCI or advanced unique celestial identity to be allowed to enter the archetypal realm of supracosmic consciousness and translate such a very high spiritual matter. And sad enough, not every human being is gifted in the same area. A lot of people are gifted in mathematics, and that's where you will lose me, because I don't have no math mind at all. Some people are gifted in music, in dancing, in creativity, in communication. Every one of us has a UCI, and this unique celestial identity will be stimulated either by the Draconis to get you in a high position, or of success, or by the reptilians to do the same so that you mislead people. And you're talking about a lot of talking heads, a lot of conspiracy talking heads. We have no cosmic consciousness. And as a rule, the reptilians will always put those who know the least at the top. It's just the way it is. Okay, as far as negativity is concerned, and their counterparts, and one of them are there to trying to bring balance and harmony in what it means to be human experiences. What else do we have here? Famed church housed anti-Trump pastor after sex toys shopping spree. Well, yeah, that's a priest. You have to understand the reptilians created a whole religion, and all the priests, man of the road, will usually pick that specific profession so they get closer to you, the little boys. And I'm not making up any stories here. You know how many priests rape kids over the years, or the centuries for that matter. And of course, the Vatican did everything they could to protect those suckers. So anything, it's all about sex, it's all about secrets, and that's the window, and there you go. What else do we have? Ex-Arizona teacher get 20 years in jail for molesting a 13-year-old. Again, sex. These are the news today. When I tell you that specific window produce specific news because the reptilians are using those windows, you need to work with me and understand what I'm trying to say. So you have to go under those stars so you can stand above those stars like I do and decipher God cosmic design speaking to us through the signs. Oh my gosh, there is so much more involving the stars. What else do we have? Dwight Gooden arrested, charges with DUI, drug possession. Again, another big artist out there. Those people are so reptilian poisoned, and they attract so many vulnerable kids who have no idea what life is all about, being indoctrinated either by science, religion, the sports, or the entertainment matrix. They all are so vulnerable. And I am here trying to reach them. Not allowed. I'm not allowed by the U.S. Department of Education to get close to your kids. Oh my gosh, I might just free their spirit and make them more intelligent or more curious about God and Jesus' cosmic design, and Jesus' cosmic ministry. All right, so let's say again, a traffic stop saves a 12 days old baby's life. Well, again, you know what? That's the Draconis. For some reason, these kids had something very important to do, and it was not supposed to die. So I mentioned police, and the police do a traffic stop. And there you go. That's currently in the news right here, right now. Didn't die. Yeah. Dad saves 8 years old daughter before drowning at Florida beach. That's what a true dad does. That's what a true mom does. Risk their life and give their life for their children. Okay. So it looks like if this is a very, very, very painful news for the families and friends of such a heroic person, heroic act. And my heart goes to him, to his family, to his friends, and then making you aware that, dramatic death news is the news that I'm exposing to you right now. This person was probably under one of his own 2019 negative cosmic biorhythm. And when you combine those personal negative cosmic biorhythm with the SOS to the world, deadly windows, chance of you escaping death is literally impossible. That's why it's important to know when those energy are for or against you, because they can also be on your side and help you to lead a good contract, to win the lottery, to meet new friends, to have your wishes being promoted. You have the link to order your own cosmic biorhythm if you're curious enough, or if your life is worth it. My cosmic wisdom. What else do we have? Flesh-eating bacteria kills a man who visited Florida waterways. Again, these are the people that have a natural negative reaction to anything that is reptilians. And they tried to get me. The reptilians tried to get me a couple of years ago in August, when I was sitting in the water and I had to go through surgery because I contracted a serious urinary tract infection. The doctors didn't know what it was. They tried everything to get rid of it, and then finally I had to have surgery. But they were aiming for me, and I look back at the day, and I was into one of my own negative cosmic biorhythm. And this is why I'm teaching you, because I'm taking my own self, my own experience, my own life experience, and share it with you. Pay attention or not. I mean, it's just the way it is. What else do we have? Sunken sub-emitting radiation. We talked about this in 800,000 times. My gosh, normal level. Like, again, as I said earlier, if what's going on with the concrete dome breaking up every single day in the Martian island is not enough. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, lawmaker grows emotional during borders facility hearing. Remember, I always tell you, during a plutonic negative window, the reptilians will use the moon. That's where your emotions are coming from, and it stimulates a lot of trouble. They made that very famous soccer lady use the F word on television. She was so emotional, so excited. She just throw the F words out there. That does not help her, because a lot of people are now going to say, well, you're supposed to be a role model for my daughter. So, and that cannot necessarily help her, but that's the reptilians, engaging and stimulating your emotion to say anything that gets to your head, pretty much like President Trump is so infected. Anything that comes out of his mouth is negative. Again, remember, my work is not politically oriented, so don't attack me, don't judge me, don't mess with me because I'm talking about Trump and you support him, okay? What you should do is to Google Trump for President to Dr. Chari and read all about his UCI. You understand that he's a human being like you and me, and he's also responding to the reptilians pool. What else do we have? Lawmaker grow emotional during border facility hearings. So we just discussed this one, especially women. Subway employee punched in the face by customers. I blacked out for a few seconds, she said. Again, the same story. This happened during a SOS to the world negative window. And this guy, either the recipient or the perpetrator, was definitely under the jurisdiction of the reptilians and very, very emotional. I mentioned to you many times before, and I'll do it again, okay? In the eternal battle between emotion and logic, emotion, that's fear, that's greed, that's insecurity, that's jealousy, sarcasm, okay? Fear or emotions will always win. And the moon is our closest satellite, and that's where your emotions are coming from. Okay? Remember, lunatic, moody, crabby, time of a full moon, everything goes crazy. Okay? Or a new moon for that matter. So just be aware, not making things up here. That you're getting nearly 70 years old, 70 years of my own crazy life for you for free. I think that deserves you to click, I like Dr. Chari, maybe say something to support my work and join my YouTube channel. Yes. All right. You need to understand that, you know, what are you giving the world every single day? People are just criticizing me. Not only do I have to go through extreme investigation of the universe and the stars outside of what is accepted, as traditional or accepted as real discipline, scientifically, obviously. Not only do I have to go and challenge this crowd, but I have to do it in French. Just twice the effort. And then I also have to write. Okay, so remember, karma, you throw something up, it's going to come down. It is only if you give that you're going to receive. And if I give you every single day, you enjoy it, and you gather information, and you're getting more cosmic consciousness, and you're selfish about it, believe me, Reptilians will do something wrong to you. It's just the rules. I'm not writing those rules, making you aware of them. Work for the draconies, work for the light, be part of the solution, share that light, because now you are working with the draconies who are feeding you from the source of life, number one, the sun. All right, what do we have? Rosie O'Donnell suggests creepy incest feel in relationship with father. Now she's talking about Trump and his daughter. I mean, it's understandable why she would say that, because, you know, forget about his past and how he grabbed the pussies of women, you know, because he's a famous person. Believe me, I've seen it in action, and he's not joking. I've seen it. I've seen some of my very, very friends taking liberty like you wouldn't believe. If I was to do this, they'd smack my face off in a second, or their boyfriend for that matter. But they let it get away with murder because the ego, because they want to be associated with that fame. It's also deceiving. It's also reptilious. So it's understandable knowing Trump's past. And also one day he said, I mean, if I recall, that if his daughter was not his daughter, he will date her. You know, that didn't sink into the head of a stupid woman. You know, Rosie O'Donnell, you like her or you don't. She's pretty sharp. Okay? So, you know, you need to understand that women have intuition that is much more accurate than men. And then who knows? You know, you have no idea. If I look at the stars of Trump, he's definitely prone to do all that Rosie is afraid. And again, I'm not going to make some friends by exposing forensic astrology involving our president's psyche and his idiosyncrasy and his vices. But hey, that's what I do, okay? And that's why people hate me, because I say the truth. All right, let's go there now. Someone else. A detail emerged about Oilman deadly affair with heiress half of his age. Again, you know, if you think there's only this guy, and Stein's name is, can't recall, is involved with sex and debauchery and secret to come to light. No, an Oilman deadly affair with heiress half of his age. I mean, that, click on the link. You know, I don't read. I just look at the title. I already have a feedback from Draco to what's going on with that person. I gotta stay objective. If you like the news and see the news in normal way, click on the link or watch CNN or Fox News and digest it. If you want to digest the news in a very different way, in an advanced way, in a more spiritual way, then keep reading, keep listening to those YouTube videos. What else do we have? Breaking Bad stars reveal secret project. Well, again, I don't know what it is. Breaking Bad star. All I know is that the word secret to light is what the current keywords are. And there you go, secret project. Go and read what it is. Not into Breaking Bad. Authority crack 35 years old cold case with help of popular TV show. Again, that is the Draconis. Okay, this guy thought he could get away with murder, but he did not. Again, secret to light, mobs and crooks and everything that's involved in those news are pretty much elaborated through my quadrant keywords. Shocking number of German mosque cultural center tied to Hezbollah intel report. Again, secret to light. You gotta use common sense. You know, who's gonna go to mosque? You, me, if you're American or French? No, you're not. They are gonna go there. And then Hezbollah is well known to stimulate anything and everything to well with terrorism. Why it is accepted? Because that's the essence of America. We're a country which is based upon foreign invasion. The first non-foreigner was the Indian who took it from them. Okay, who paying the price for that matter. But at the same time, I'm not putting every Muslim in this who goes to this mosque the same box. There is some real good Muslim people. I was raised with Muslim friends, and I love them dearly, and they love me dearly. You cannot throw the water with the baby or mingle the baby with all the water. So just be aware that the reptilians are very, very smart, and they always will find a way to poison even the most beautiful, loving, caring Muslim using religion. And that's what ISIS is all about. What else do we have? Shocking number of German mosques cultural center tied to Hezbollah intel report. Okay, we discussed just this one. AG TV show star forced to stop working by sitting due to code violation. There goes these guys, they're rich, they're famous, they have their TV shows, and there they go, just messing up the city code and hoping that they're going to get away with it. No, wake up call. That's it. So she got a wake up call. Scientists capture melting ice sheet in viral photo. My gosh, you want to click on that one and look. What you're supposed to see is a guy, behind the sledge, and then all these dogs, they're running into the snow on top of the ice. They do this on the water now. Jesus, what a world. Oh my gosh. What else here? House panel authority, Sapani, I cannot pronounce this. Larry Kushner and Trump official. Again, another wake-up call. Sapani. ICE to begin nationwide immigration raid. Another wake-up call. Imagine that. I think there's so much more that you have to digest and investigate, my friends, in today's news. All I can suggest to you again, like always, is to go to the appropriate newsletter, which is designed with this YouTube video. Again, remember, the title of my videos are very different for specific purpose. But there is values in my work, and all I can tell you is keep watching if you think I have something. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, as mentioned earlier, I'm getting much better as far as my health is concerned. My hips still hurt. Don't have the full movement, the full action. I still have to use my crutch because I'm not allowed to put a lot of weight. I mean, even if I do, I start to hurt. And most of all, my back. My back is not good. I might have to, I don't know what the doctor is going to say. I'm going to see him in a couple of weeks from now. Maybe, it's funny because I've seen already a spine surgeon, and then one of them says, you have no problem by looking at x-ray. Then we did the MRI. I said the same thing. Then I saw two other doctors who totally says, no, they got a problem there. So it's 2 against 1. So I'm not sure. Maybe I have to go and see another specialist and get another feedback from these people. But at that point, that's what it is. All I know is that I was so much in pain yesterday, I couldn't go to my physical therapy. Usual physical therapy, I had to run down to the office of my doctor in Phoenix and get some more painkillers, stronger painkiller. But, that's just the way it is. I'm at the very limit right now, being sitting on that chair. It's pretty hard, it's pretty tough. But at the same time, I'm very confident that all these experts, especially those working with me at the physical therapy, will get me back on track. My first assignment is with George Norrie and Tom. I have to do a TV show or something with them in September. That's nearly 3 months from now. So I'll be totally in shape. After that, I have this wonderful UFO cruise to do, where I really hope you're going to come. Remember, $700, that's what you're going to save. You do the reading with me. First, you sign up. Once you have the sign up, you get in touch with me or through Terrania's email. It's always at the bottom of my newsletters. And then I take care of you. Everything is recorded. Okay, we go from there. I'm always asking some of my people to give me some endorsement behind on the bottom of my videos, which they do, and I thank them for that. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't, but sometimes they go there and do it themselves. So that's good. So this is definitely something you want to keep in mind. $700 is a lot of money. It's a lot of work for me, and I have all the time in the world. And the maximum I can stay sitting, maximum will be at least an hour and a half. After that, I would have to pose and walk around with my crouch around here and then go back. But I think in 1 hour and a half, we can approach a lot of things, because there is no time limit in any of my face-to-face Skype consultation. There is no time limit. I got to dig into your source purpose, your financial opportunities, your critical thinking, your home, your fifth house, which is the speculation house, love, romance, and children. I have to look at the planet in every one of these houses. I have to talk about your health. I have to talk about your marriage partnerships. I have to talk about your death, if you're interested, or how you're going to go, or how to avoid death. It's all in this house, the 8th house. I can talk also about your corporate endeavors if you're into investment. I can talk about your connection with foreigners, your higher learning potential, your religious values. It's already written in light. I can talk about the career that the universe will support you. I can look at all your wishes and your friends and the type of groups that will support you, depending on the energy of this house and the planet in those houses, including the natal and hidden dragon information. Can also lead you into the type of your subconscious energy and how you can enter or not. You may be forbidden access to the superconscious because you're a young soul. But I can help you. You can read my book, Beyond the Secret, and be right there, because, the will to grow and to learn is stronger than whatever limitation you have chosen to suffer karmically when you enter this dense physical world, when you're reincarnated here. So there is quite a lot of information, and that's why a lot of people pay me $700. But these are the rich people. These are the people that I know. They talk to each other and then bring me more work. So I decided to make 5 of you, very famous, able to afford me, so to speak, and serve you with the best of my knowledge. And believe me, you're in good hands. And you're going to do like everybody else after that. You're going to talk about me, say, well, Dr. Chari knows what he's talking about. And you're going to be impressed. Again, as far as UFOs, conferences, the future is concerned, sad enough, a lot of people don't have a full understanding of who I am and what I do. What they see, my prediction, that's it. They immediately lump me with psychics. Even though that, for the lack of words, I am a psychic. I'm actually a forensic astrologer. I'm a scientist before anything, because all my work, even though that is channeled by Draco, without the software that is designed by Allen Software upon my request, I might have a problem to read the stars, believe me. So it is important to understand that the reason why I'm funneled down to Dr. Chari, the psychic, the astrologer, whatever you classified me, is mainly because of all my UFOs experiences. And a lot of people never read, they don't have the time to read, they only assume, and doing so, of course, miss my own opportunity to pass on my cosmic wisdom to a lot of people who would be more interested in the spiritual aspect of the UFO world than just the scientific information, which are pouring left and right by every one of those people. So, and that's okay, don't get me wrong, their repertoire of wisdom is very worthwhile. It's important to listen to what they have to say. They have investigated, they have listened, they pay attention, they made notes, yet they don't have any direct connection with extraterrestrial. They've never seen a UFO. And that is the difference. And again, I'm not pointing this as me being better than them. No, just different. So that's what it is. I hope, like always, once I'm back on, I'm going to do my best to go all over the place and start to introduce the world to Draco, to offer my cosmic predictive legacy to the world like I do all the time, and heal people, because that is my mission. All right, my good friend, we come to the end of this YouTube video, okay? Read the newsletter now, because I'm signing you ahead of you for the most dangerous date that could produce the next big earthquakes, not necessarily only in California, of course, because those windows are universal. But if I was right by giving the dates of July 2nd, and then a couple of days later during this window, you had a 6.4, you had a 7.1, and another 6.3 somewhere in Japan. But maybe you want to pay attention. All right. So remember, lastly, it is only if you're on 2019 negative cosmic biorism are joined or together with a universal negative deadly window, that your chances to suffer premature death will increase by 100%. So that's what it is. All right, my good friends. Hopefully, God willing, talk to you again soon. Until then, make it a beautiful day.